Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final House of Cards review. I guess not technically the final, but one of the final reviews of House of Cards. This is the sixth and final season of the American television series House of Cards. I decided that today, because we're finishing the show reviews, which I decided to do directly after my season 5 review, just get this show the fuck out of the way, I wanted to look the part. So I threw on my most presidential fit. And now we are going to talk about the house that may or may not be made of cards. It's kind of difficult to make a house out of cards, as there are only 52 cards in a deck, which means you are either going to have a very small house, or you are going to need a lot of cards. This season is just kind of a shit show, because they kicked off Kevin Spacey. They kicked him from the show because he allegedly and probably true sexually harassed a child in the 80s, and it didn't come out until I'm unbuttoning that. Fuck that. And it didn't come out until the U2? That was the band. The Me Too movement, which killed Kevin Spacey, and made him, this is too small, made him no longer really able to act. They kind of fucking ended his career there. This season features only Robin Wright in the role of Claire Underwood, who is the first female president of the United States in this stupid universe. This season suffers because they needed an excuse for where Frank went after kicking off Kevin Spacey. So they decided that instead of giving an actual explanation, they were just going to be like, oh, he died off screen. And it gets revealed in this show's infamously bad series finale, which is the lowest rated episode of television ever on IMDb, with, if I am not mistaken, a 2.8, which I think is a little bit high for the House of Cards series finale. This put Dexter to shame. I went into this expecting a Dexter-esque final season, and I was still disappointed. The first 4 are good, and I've spoken about this in all of my reviews. These 4 are at least good. 3 and 4 were a bit weaker. 2 and 1 are remarkable. Season 6 is unbearable. Robin Wright is a great actress, and I need to give her that credit, but she can't carry the show on her own. She needed Kevin Spacey. I think they should have just ended it, personally. It wouldn't have been the best ending, but it would have been a lot better than what we got. This show ends with Claire Underwood, after learning that Doug Walker was the one who killed Doug, who was their assistant, was the one who killed Francis in order to protect him from allegations of, corruption, true allegations of corruption, and then went to go and kill Claire. Claire kills him, and the ending of the show is just her kind of sitting in a conference room as he bleeds out after being stabbed with a letter opener. My god, this season was horrible. She just kind of lets him die. She murders him in cold blood because he was like, oh, you're also bad just like he was, and so she kills him. Rest in peace, Doug. One of the only decent characters left after season 5. This season, it really kind of just took all of the character development Dexter style and just went whoop, and it was gone. The only difference is, why did I make that noise? Anyway, the only difference between the two is that at least Dexter's final season had some decent episodes. Dexter's season 8's not good, but it started off pretty decent. This season's best episode is a 5 out of 10, and its worst is a 1. I gave the series finale a 1 out of 10. I'm just going to occasionally be Frank Underwood. I really don't have much to say. This season was 8 episodes, which was 8 episodes too long. So, yeah, this is just where I'm going to end it. This is the end of House of Cards reviews. I'm going to do a complete series plus seasons ranked, although my season rankings are pretty standard for most people's opinion. So, overall, Season 6 of House of Cards gets a 3 out of 10 on my scale. 3. 3. This is one of the worst seasons of television I've ever seen in my life. And that's saying something, because I have watched all of both Mayans MC and Dexter, and it's such a shame that this show had such a catastrophic fall-off. Because the second season is perfect, and the first season is close enough to perfect that I gave it a 10 out of 10. Season 6, I'm being generous to it by giving it a 3. This show disappointed me. End of review. If you like this for some reason, watch my reviews of the other 5 seasons, and stay tuned for my review of the complete series. Sex out.